Hi, I'm Stuart from the Norfolk Honey Company, and today we've returned to our allotment apiary where we've got our getting started hive. We've just set up a nucleus colony here. You'll remember that from our previous videos, and today the sun's shining and we've decided to come up and move the nuke into its full-size hive. It's a straightforward process, but there's just a couple of things that you need to bear in mind when you're doing it. So we'll get the camera set up down on the nuke and we'll talk you through how you transfer your nuke into a full-size hive. Okay, so for this you're going to need a smoker and your hive tool, and the first step is to lift the nuke box off the stand where we've had it sitting for the last week and pop it onto the floor. Okay, and then we'll just give them a little bit of smoke, and then we can set up the hive on its new stand. So we have the floor, and a brood box. Remember to point the floor in the same direction as the entrance of the nuke, and then we're going to remove frames out of the middle. We've got 11 frames of foundation here. And so we've got 5 frames in here and 6 frames left in the brood box, and we're going to transfer the frames from the nuke box into the hive. Okay, so we've got our nuke here and our new hive here, and what we need to remember more than anything else is that we want to keep the frames in the same order that they come out of the nuke. So give them a light smoke across the top. So just to illustrate that, what I'll do is I'll just write some numbers on the top of the bars. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And so we're going to transfer them in that order into the full-size hive. And it gives us an opportunity to have a quick inspection as well. And also have a quick look for the queen. Lots of really good brood on this frame, and this side is full as well, so that's a really good sign. And there's lots of bees out flying today, so now is a good time to transfer them because you won't have quite so many bees in the nuke box. Again, lots of brood, and that's all going to emerge over the coming weeks. There's no need to rush, you can take your time with it. And they're looking really healthy. And last but not least, number 5. And this one's actually just been stuck to the side wall, so we'll just give that a bit of smoke and then we can ease that away from the side wall. Okay, and then a quick look inside the box to see if we can see the queen here. No sign of the queen in there, so the next thing to do is to just take, if you've got a nuke box that comes apart, just lift the top box away and then just shake the bees out of the box into their new home. And then the remaining bees that you have on the floor can also be shaken in and just brushed off gently. And then we're going to just slide these frames together, and we'll bring the camera in so that you can just see how we've got these positioned. Everyone's been transferred across, and here you can see the frames are in exactly the same order as they were in the nuke, and that's important so that we don't get any bees being crushed between wax comb that might be slightly raised on each of the faces of the frames that we've got here. So what remains for us to do now is to get the crime board on, and really importantly is to get some food into them. So we're going to feed them with some sugar syrup. Okay, so we've got the crime board to go on top, and then we've got a small feeder which is a 4-pint feeder, and we can pop that over the top, and then we've got some sugar syrup for this, which is 1:1 sugar syrup, so it's equal quantities of sugar and water. And we top this up and then position it above the feed hole just to remove that bee. And then the other tip for today is to just dribble some of the sugar syrup down the centre, and that will encourage the bees to feed on it and bring them up into the feeder. And with this feeder you've got a lid that you can take off and watch the bees feeding without the bees coming through the feeder and being in your way. So you can top the feeder up actually without being suited up. You can come along, take the roof off and have a look to see how much feed they've got, and then top it up as you need to. So we'll just pop that lid on so the bees don't get caught in there. And then we've also got some pollen substitute that we've been feeding the bees, and we're going to pop that over this second hole. And this is the leftover pollen substitute that we were feeding them previously, so that can go over the second hole, and we've now got them well established and ready to go. It's a very straightforward task. All you need to remember is to make sure that the frames go into the new hive in the order that they come out of the nuke, so that you don't crush any bees on the face of the frames. And don't forget to give them a good feed, because they've now got 6 new frames in there that they need to draw. It's all foundation, and so we want them to draw that as quickly as they possibly can. I hope that was of use to you. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and once you've subscribed you'll see there's a small little bell symbol that you can click, which will notify you of all future videos that we're releasing. This Getting Started series is coming out on a Wednesday evening, and we've also got our Beekeeping Basics on a Sunday, and as of a week or two's time we'll have our new videos coming out on a Friday, which will feature our Maysmore poly apiary, so I'm looking forward to showing you that. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and if you're new to beekeeping, head over to Facebook and check out our Facebook group, which is called Stuart's Beekeeping Basics, and there we've got a lot of people that are now helping each other with lots of tips and techniques, and also helping with questions that beginners are asking. And finally, don't forget to take a look at our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Norfolk Honey. It's where you can support us in producing all of these videos. We'll catch up next time, but until then, thanks for watching.